What's up, everybody? Welcome back. You should already know what this is if you're watching this far in the series. I should not have to tell you that I'm the old man, and this is Final Fantasy. I keep wanting to add a number on there, but it's just regular Final Fantasy. And Peter is our lone soldier for justice. We're gonna go get the Infinity -1 sword for this game, if you're a TV trope person. Okay, that's Provoca. And now that we have the Adamant, we can go... Yeah, it's going to be south. We can go get that, and that will really help our damage output. And that'll be the sword in the game, unless I decide to get the Mass-Mune, which I am not entirely sure I'm going to do. Just because the Mass-Mune is very... it's really out of the way. Okay, so we'll trade out the heal staff since I have the heal helmet. Equip that, and now I'm pretty much... This is what my weapons is going to look like for the rest of the game. It's right here. And let's see what the armor... I think that's probably going to be my armor, too. So... I'll let the dead guys carry the rest of that stuff, because we don't need money, so we don't need to go anywhere else. And let's go down to... Actually, let's go over to our old stomping grounds here. And Philip on heals. Who's Philip? It's just some guy. He buys heals. Puns. Actually, that's not really a pun, is it? Anyway, let's buy some heals, shall we? I'm still drinking my Diet Coke because this is the same sitting that I recorded the last video in. See, when you're out recovering from surgery and you have to do like really low impact things, that is a great time to record videos. So I've been like just like knocking these Final Fantasy videos out. Because even though posting them is probably going to take most of the year, I want to at least have them done, because I like to have stuff done ahead of time in case, you know, I have surgery or something, and I'm out. Because seriously, I was so out of it those days. I don't know if I talked about that, but I was so out of it. The day of the surgery, I literally, after I had it, I just laid in the bed and sort of drifted in and out of consciousness. I mean, I don't even remember... I barely remember anything. Other than yelling at the one lady for taking off my IV. She took off the tape, I yelled at her. I do remember that. I mean, I didn't like call her names or anything, but she took it off and I was just like, ow! And she gave me a look. She gave me the stink eye. I don't know why. I mean, she knew what she was doing. Dang. So, buying potions at the store. Buying potions at the store. Hey, we're done. Okay. Awesome. I don't really need any cabins, so. And let's go in here and just save, just in case. We did all that potion buying. I don't really want to have to... So I wonder if it takes more time to just buy the potions at the store, or ruse twice and use the heal staff. Like, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure which one is really easier, or takes less time. But anyway, we're gonna go beat Tiamat. That's how I'm pronouncing it. Tiamat. If you don't like it, tough. That's how it's getting pronounced. And ooh, Tyro. Should I fight? I feel like I should fight the Tyro, because I don't think you see a lot of those very often. 4 hits. And he only did 2 damage. Is it that? There's one encounter that's like super rare, and I'm not sure if it's this or if it's something else, but I'm going to go ahead and fight this one just so I can say I fought it. Nothing to it. So awesome. 4,000 experience. I wish I could just, like, figure out how to get that encounter every time. Alright. cabin up. Hopefully this won't take us 17 videos to go beat Tiamat. I don't think it will, but because I don't need any potion. I don't need any chests on the 3rd floor. But there is some stuff that we can run into on the 4th and 5th floors that can really do us in. But, fortunately, we do have some extra options. Like, if we just can't do this, I can go back to the Sea Shrine, try to beat Kraken. I can always go back to the Volcano and just steamroll over Carrie if I want to. Because she's not going to be... I mean, that dungeon's going to be nothing. Nobody's going to be able to touch me in that one. So, more Catmen. At least that's, you know, I mean, I guess that's kind of understandable. They're cats and they look like men, so Catman, but the bad man, that gets me. Bad man. I'm a bad man. Why do you have bunny ears? I'm bad because I'm a bunny? I don't know. I did always like, I think one thing that definitely needs to be said is the character design in this game. Is really, really strong. I think one of the things that lends to this game's charm is the enemy portraits, because they're really, really good. You know what everything is. It looks cool. You know, there's nothing that just looks stupid, you know? And I can, just speaking from somebody who, you know, was around when this first came out, one of the coolest things that made me want to play this game was that it showed your character doing the action. Usually in other RPGs, like in Dragon Warrior, it didn't show it, but here it like shows the character. It shows the different weapon. Holy cow! That was... Dang! Wow! I wasn't even paying attention. I was taking everything for granted. And now I lost my train of thought. Let me see. I was talking. Oh yeah. It shows the different weapons that you're using, and they have different graphics and stuff. And I love that kind of stuff. So any game that like shows the actual differences in what you have, like especially in the armor, because it usually doesn't do that. That's why I like there's an old Super Nintendo game called Lagoon, and it wasn't a great game by any stretch of the imagination. It wasn't that great. But it did show your different armor when you equip different armor, and I always thought that was cool. Oh, some bad mans. Not bad men, bad mans. Bad mans. I like getting around them bad mans. They corrupt me, and I love it. You know what? I'm going to fight this eye. Just because I had so much friggin' trouble in the ice cave, I'm just going to kill that eye on general principle. Also because it's 3,000 experience points, and... yeah, buddy. And let me see. Gotta get my map out, because why not? Yeah, this floor could be troublesome if you actually... Can I run from the wizard vamps? I really hope so. Yes, I can. That floor could really be troublesome if you wanted to... Okay. This is a maze. So you go up 2 intersections, and then go left 2 intersections, and there's usually some troublesome encounter on this floor. Not that, though. Not the man cats, even though Fire 2 is not fun. Usually it's like sorcerers or something. And if you can, that's how you have to get through that. Now this floor could be trouble if we run into Warmac. You have a 1 in 65 chance of meeting Warmac. And our Hydras shouldn't be a big deal. And I've met him more times than I can count. Whenever I don't want to meet him, I meet him. Air. I like that air is an enemy. And like in the other one, the water is the enemy. Just the air. What is air doing that's so dangerous? I don't know, but it's air. There it is. Warmech is the toughest. He's even tougher than Chaos. And you can meet him on this bridge, which... Oh, I think I have initiative. Yes, I do. Thank you, game, for being so kind. But it looks like we didn't meet him. Well, we could meet him after we beat Tiamat, if we beat Tiamat. I hope we do. I mean, I'm just going to use the Bane Sword until he dies, so... Yes, you're not going to end my adventure. We're going to use the Bane Sword. Bane Sword, die. Yeah! First time! Awesome! That's so awesome. And a level up. 600. Yeah. Great! That is so great. Oh, jeez. Give me that. Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to kill you too, son. Those Ankylos hit pretty hard. That's one of the problems with them. And they have a lot of hit points, but they don't give you a lot. Well, that was good. Actually, well, they don't give you a lot of gold, but... Alright, what are we doing? Go back in the... Now, this is... I don't know what else to do. I mean, because I don't really have enough time to go back to the Sea Shrine and do all that. I guess I... Do I have enough time to go to the volcano? Wonder. Well, we need to get more potions at any rate, because I did all that. So we'll get potions, and then we'll go, because the Sea Shrine's pretty much the next thing we have to do. And that will be annoying, because we have to go down instead of up. But I don't really need any items, so that'll be a good thing. Is don't need any items, so we don't have to. I can take the quickest route to wherever. And I really hate that the heal is the third in the list. That's really stupid. Excuse me. Drinking that Diet Coke's making me gassy. I do remember that when I woke up, after surgery, my wife woke me up, and then she's like, gave me some Diet Coke to sip on, and then she was like, "Come on, honey, you gotta wake up." And I'm trying. I was sincerely trying, but that stuff knocked me out. That knocked me out. That knocked me out cold. I think they gave me an extra dose because I was concerned about waking up. Because before I went in, I'd never had surgery before, so I was like, I'm one of those people that imagines every horror story that you can imagine. That's my go-to thing that I'll think about. And oh, good. Okay, we're done with that. And so I was like, yeah, like you get surgery and you're afraid you're gonna wake up in the middle of the surgery while they've got you gutted open, and you're like, oh, good, and you feel everything. Or you hear of those stories about like when you wake up, but they don't know you wake up because you're paralyzed from the anesthesia, but you're not but you're still conscious and you feel like everything they're doing. Yeah, that's the stuff I think about. That's like my go-to thing that I think about. So yeah. Do I need to... Oh geez, I've only got 200 life. I hope I can get to the stinking... Ew, yikes. Could be in trouble here. I don't really want to cut this in the middle of the a dungeon. I might do that anyway, though. We'll see. Well, let's get up here and get all end up. Because then after that, then it's just then all we have to do after the Sea Shrine is the volcano, and then the end of the game. This will have been a very long journey. Very, very long journey. You know what? We're gonna let's just see if we can't go in there, because we'll probably run into something that'll kill us. So I'm sure we'll be fine. But we got a lot more stuff. I mean, definitely have a lot more stuff to protect us from all of the things that could be in here. And I mean, last time we came in here, we had, what, 500? Just over 500 life. Now we have over 600 life. And, yeah. Let's use the old Thor's hammer here. Which apparently Peter is worthy to lift. I should point that out. Because I didn't. Is that he's worthy to hold Thor's hammer. In the comic books, Captain America is actually counted worthy to wield Thor's hammer. And a couple other people too. Not the Vision. That's the one thing I didn't like about Age of Ultron. Was they kind of painted themselves in a corner by introducing the Vision so quickly. And so the only way to get them to the audience to trust Vision is to let him use Thor's hammer. Really. And so that's what they did, and I kind of like, not a fan of that, you know? Not a fan of that. So we go, let's see, up. I think go up. Run away from these guys. And because there's ghosts around here too, and I'm sure we'll run into some. And why am I all the way up here? My map's wrong. Oh, no, it's not wrong. It's just... It is wrong, but it's... It is wrong, but it's, you know, whatever. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. So yeah, Age of Ultron, that's kind of how I was just kind of like, definitely tried to do way too much than it should have, which is too bad, because it could have been really awesome, and I can definitely understand why that could have broke Joss Whedon, because not only you're just like writing the movie, now you have to okay, good, great shark. Now you have to make a movie for all of the investors and all of the people who have an interest in your movie, and you have to please them before you can please yourself or the fans, which is ridiculous, obviously, but it's too bad. It's too bad things have to be that way, and that's the thing that once we get as a society, once we start treating people like resources to be exploited instead of human beings, that's when we always go wrong, and it seems like we just can't manage to master the skill of not doing that. I got philosophical here, didn't it? Yeah. But hey, at least these lobsters, not because I'm surprised that the lobsters haven't poisoned me. But I'm definitely coming in here a little bit more heavily loaded than you would normally, which is why you sequence break. Sometimes it's good to sequence break just so you can, things are harder before so they can be easier later, which is good. And I'm not sure. Well, we're gonna have to take our temperature at some point for getting the. I might not beat this boss too. Because Kraken can be difficult, because he can hit you for some pretty hefty damage, because he gets 8 hits. He gets 8 hits, which can really put a dent in you. And he can also do lit 2, so we're probably going to defense. I'm probably going to defense twice. And then, 7 hits. That's 7 chances for criticals, just so we know. And then we'll just hit him as hard as we can. We'll just try to just whack him. And 2 hits, that's good, it's only 2. And he has, I think, 800, I want to say, damage. Great critical hits, though. That's awesome. And almost ink. Haha. Yeah, that's right, ineffective. Son. Can't step to this. Oh! Peter in the house! Booyah! And I would like to also point out that we did not meet one single party of ghosts that entire time. Why? Just... what in the world? So, let's go save at the inn. Don't need to fill up our heal potions just yet, because the volcano's going to be nothing. But, that's two fiends in one video. I don't know how much more progress you can make. Come back next time, we're going to do the volcano, and then we'll start throwing ourselves into the Temple of Fiends, and see if we can't end this puppy. See you next time.